Hello, Universus fighters. I am back from Glasgow Regional. I've taken a few days to recover, not really that much. I've started editing and uploading the content I got from Glasgow Regional, so expect that up pretty soon. And this event was an absolute blast, possibly the best event to have been, possibly the best event I've been to in years. And I think it was more to do with my attitude than the way the event was ran. So this year I've kind of taken a step back from competitive play. I did do Albuquerque, but that's because the summit was there. But I ended up missing seeing my friends and having fun and just like chilling out with people. So luckily I was able to go to Glasgow Regional with the help of the trading post, who very kindly offered me a hotel room. And I'd get to share a room with the legendary Tam Cardwell, who generally I only saw like once or twice. I was asleep when he got back most of the times, and he even arrived really late. But I decided to play Sun Jin Woo, the new Shadow Monarch one, and up until the Friday before the event, these cards were not on UGN, and even when they were, the decks were not able to be submitted. There were some issues, and UVS worked tirelessly with me. I was in the hotel lobby with Guile as we kind of went through everything to get this working. So myself and the other people that were playing it, because someone else was having some issues, were able to get it through. We were able to get it through, and we were able to play, and everyone had fun. I was wearing my Sun Jin Woo drip. I had my Sun Jin Woo t-shirt on, which I've got on today, and the person that was running the breakfast buffet at the hotel for the 3 days saw my t-shirt, went away and found out we had TMNT. I was told he's going to check out Merchants Guild, and he was even saying, "I'll see you next year at events." I went, "Bet, let's do this." Absolutely wonderful guy, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how his progression with the game goes, and if I get to see him at events next year. The training post guys were absolutely amazing. It was great to hang out with them. I hope I'm pronouncing it right for you, buddy. Sitia was an absolutely gracious host. We shared some food. We shared some food on the Sunday. We had some nice doner kebabs, because I've heard that Scotland have some great doner kebabs. We played some retro. We played some standard. He showed me his Soul Bad Guy deck, which was absolutely amazing. And it was just an all round fun event, because I went into this with a non-competitive attitude. I've not gone into an event not looking to top in about 2.5 years. Since I got my first top with Dabby, every single event I've kind of chased that dopamine rush. And this is the first time I've kind of just said, no matter what, it doesn't matter if I top. I know I've said that a lot in the past, but it's always been in the back of my mind. This time, truly, I didn't care. I went there to have fun. I got to play some amazing games. I got to play against the Hood, which was absolutely terrifying. Again, these names are good. Blige. I'm going to say Blige with the Hood was amazing. I went up against Irene on Godzilla, and she is such a talent. I'm really looking forward to see how her and the Spanish community develop over the next few years. And absolutely terrifying. I did end up coming 28th, but I had a lot of fun. I never played against the same character twice. I was able to tie against Devil Jin and Pumat Soul with the massive mute machines. If there's anything I would change in my deck, I would probably drop some of my card draw, because I didn't really need it, for things like collateral damage or forcing surrender to help me deal with equipment heists, help me deal with some assets. But Liam Chauner's advice to put Dark Ward in absolutely saved it. He did a lot more than the loot box was going to do, and helped out a lot. Merchants Guild and Card Goblin were offending at the event. It was great to meet Merchants Guild, and it was great to see Tom and Ben of Card Goblin. They had a very strong weekend. And it was just great to see everyone again. I hadn't seen a lot of these people since January, and those I had was February. I mean, it was insane to see how many people. I do speak to them online, but it's not the same as seeing them in person. It was great to actually physically get to play these cards again, and the Guilty Gear pre-release aspect kind of overshadowed everything else. The cosplay competition had 2 people enter, because everyone wanted to get their hands on the Guilty Gear Strive cards. Absolutely amazing. Retro was 11 people, and I walked away with a win from that. I don't know quite how I did that. Nightmare almost rocked me, but I'll get into that when I go into my deck profile for my winning retro deck. But I went up against the same HUD again, but it was improved because the person actually got hold of the missing cards. That was an absolutely terrifying deck. And it was just great to see this last EU regional that we're going to have for a while be this true celebration of the game. People playing what they wanted to play, people having fun, people having a laugh. And although there was a few people who were a bit down and some people with some really downbeat or petty attitudes towards the game and the community, it didn't dampen the spirits of what was going on in there. And I'm really happy that I got to see one. It was really great to see some of my American friends and see Response on Play come over. I get to chill out with Mitchell and see Mitchell try some black pudding and some haggis. That was a lot of fun. It was just an all-round really cool event. I got to ask a lot of people what they expected to see, what they want to see from the EU celebration coming next year. It is a bit sad that this is the last regionals for a while, but I'm looking forward to see what local championships bring out, even if I don't actually get to take part in some, because my local area doesn't have to play. The Sun Jin Woo deck felt really good. It was really fun to play. It has a lot of people interested in picking it up. It was kind of like a walk-in advertisement for this experience bundle. More people wanted to pick it up. More people wanted to play it. Kevin, who got second in the regional, even sat down with me and we tried to talk about the deck. I forgot to get his Discord information so I could carry on talking. I'm really interested to see where his deck goes. It was more on the Fallen Titans Recursion Life build as opposed to my very defensive Death build. But yeah, the event was just, Sean did an amazing job. The additional prizing of the statues and the comics really added additional extra flair. Guile was over. It was really great to see Guile, although he was running around a lot more than usual. We didn't really have time to do our usual rituals. He had a lot going on in the background. And we found out on the Sunday we could go up into the rafters because we were kind of in a drama studio which had lighting and stuff above it. So on the Sunday when I walk in, I'm going, is there any way to access that rafters balcony? And yeah, they were really accommodating. They went, yeah. So I managed to get some content from there. I was able to watch parts of the final with a bird's eye view. It was really cool. I got to see Rocco and Kevin playing that, and I was just able to stand there and watch it with no interactions, just getting to see everything as clear as day. It was absolutely amazing. Yeah, I can't fault the event in any way, besides like how much walking it took to get there from the main entrance to the event. The round went smoothly. I don't think there was anything too controversial outside of a couple of things in Swiss, and they also handled very well by our judges. The judging team did a great job. Emma seemed like almost in their element with handling this situation. So if you are watching, you did an absolutely amazing job, Emma. Whenever I had to call on you, you were quick and concise with the information. And if you didn't know something or had to look something up, you were very clear about needing to do that. So I appreciate that. All my opponents were absolutely amazing. I don't have any issues with any of them. We all played absolutely amazingly. And yeah, no, I'm really glad I got to go. I was a bit down after the OP news, not wanting to go. I wasn't planning to go to begin with until Trading Post were very nice and offered me a hotel room, and I'm really glad that I went. It was kind of a nice infusing of energy and love from the community, and I got to meet people who watch the content. I got to meet people like Sophia, I hope I'm saying that right, who want to go make their own content and whose partner is planning on still keeping up the fight to get the EU more recognised. I'm happy with the celebration, but I understand some people still want regional, still want that level of playback, and I will help people get their voices out there if they still want to push. I'm more than happy to do that. The EU celebration is something I'm really excited for, and this plan to cultivate local growth again seems really cool, but I would love to know what it is, and I'm hoping to get Levi for an interview at some point soon. If I did see you and I didn't say bye or I didn't say hi, I apologise. It was a manic weekend. I got to see some Riftbound, I got to see some Guilty Gear, I got to see everything going on in there, and just absolutely blasted event. If I didn't see you and I didn't say hi and I didn't say bye, I'll hopefully see you at the next event. And I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone again next year and seeing how the EU community can grow and thrive. Because the biggest thing for me this weekend was when I was talking with Kevin, I got a bit humbled because with the organized play news, our response wasn't the maturest. There's been a lot of petty comments, there's been a lot of facetiousness and cheekiness and sassiness, even from myself. And to hear this teenage boy just basically say, I don't care about regionals, I don't care about local championships, I don't care about the OP side of it. I play this game for the game. It doesn't matter if the company supports it or not, he'll keep playing. He'll keep playing with his friends, he'll keep playing with his community. He will play no matter what. And if he has to support the game himself, he will, and his community will. And I was expecting the Spanish players who have just had their first regionals to be a bit more upset by the fact they weren't getting any more, at least for a year minimum. And they weren't. They were so happy just to be at this one. They were so happy that there was local championships, there was more ways to get to worlds, that they were getting to access. They were happy just in this moment. And they were talking about their love of the game and how it was great to see the wider community and how much they love the UK, Scottish, Austrian, Welsh community and how impactful it's been growing the game for them. And it kind of had me self-reflect, being like, yeah, it should be about the love of the game. The company may have made some questionable decisions, but that doesn't mean we should take that out on each other. There shouldn't be. I mean, we shouldn't just be down and out all the time. And I don't think anyone at the event was, unless they were asked about it. Everyone was happy and civil and hyping each other up. But it was just great to kind of be humbled and self-reflective on my own behaviour around the organised play news when this 14, 15, 16-year-old teenager had such a mature attitude on it. It was just basically saying he's playing the game no matter what. This game he loves, he plays it all the time, he plays it with his friends, he plays it online, he plays it in the community, and he has been dominating in points and dominating local championships for 2 years. So has got the skills and it is comparable to any of the best players in the EU. To hear him basically say it isn't about the competitive side, it's about the game. It's a game, I have fun playing it and I'll continue to play. Really hit hard, and I'm really glad I got to meet Kevin and have that conversation because it has really humbled how I think I need to approach things like that. So if you are watching Kevin, or if anyone knows Kevin, just you've hit hard to both myself and other people that you met over that weekend. So yeah, Glasgow was absolutely amazing. The Guilty Gear stuff, really glad I got to open some. No alt-art characters, but my case should be arriving soon. Hopefully I'm going to put stuff. Great to see the Chromes, great to see everyone having fun and playing it. And although people did have some questionable feedback, Guile got a lot of the information he needed. Hopefully that will help out for the future. But yeah, Season 1 of Local Championship starts March 20th. Hopefully I'll see you there at game night where we're rocking some amazing New Zilla cards. Let me know if you were at Glasgow. If you weren't at Glasgow and you're watching the stream, let me know what your favourite matchups, what your favourite decks are. And keep an eye on this space because for the next few weeks, it's probably going to be Glasgow regional stuff because I want to touch on a couple of decks that I saw throughout the weekend that didn't really get much love. And I'll also go into my retro winning side event deck, although there was only 11 people. It was a hell of an event, and a lot of my games I won for the skin of my teeth and having some very unique abilities. So I'll see you there, and I hope if you want to jam some games, feel free to reach out anytime. I'm re-infused with vigor to play this game, so I will happily talk about this game and play this game with anyone for as long as they want. I'll see you all at game night. Bye.